Hi, my name is Zanicia Hunter, and for the past 3 months, I have been working with the network of the National Library of Medicine, Region 6, as an intern. Today, I'm going to share just a little bit about my experience and about the website I've been working on called the Community Guide to Enhance Health Information Equity. So, what does a week in the life of an intern look like? For me, I spent about 4 hours a week on this internship. That included a weekly Zoom meeting with my mentors, weekly readings, tutorials, and videos that went with the theme for each week, a weekly assignment. Sometimes that included exploring a website or learning to use an online database or collecting information and creating a spreadsheet. And then I would end my week with a quick reflection that usually took 15 minutes or less. While all of this took about 4 hours a week, I did have the opportunity to do a lot more if I had time for it. The NNLM has lots of classes and workshops that were available for me to view or sign up for. For example, I ended up taking a 2-day data analysis and visualization course, which was really beneficial in improving my data skills, which is a personal goal of mine. For the amount of time that I put into this internship, I learned so much. Besides being able to focus on my data skills, I learned a lot about the social determinants of health and strategies that organizations can employ to mitigate inequities. I explored so many resources that have a wealth of health information and how to use those resources. To name just a few, I explored health information from the U.S. Census website. I learned to navigate the CDC's BRFIS information, and I explored the County Health Roadmaps and Rankings website. And then, after all of that background learning, I dipped my toes into using ArcGIS software to create a page for the Community Guide to Advance Health Information Equity. So I want to take just a minute to talk about that guide because I think that it is a really valuable resource. I quickly learned in my internship that there is so much health data out there, and one of the hard but important things that needs to be done is to compile the data in ways that is useful, so that it can be easily and effectively used to do things like reverse health inequities. My mentor, Darlene Caskey, created this guide as a one-stop shop for health information in NNLM Region 6. The guide is organized by state and county. You can find a county that you are interested in, and then find geographic, demographic, economic, education, and health information specific to that county. One great thing about the guide is that it presents the information not with dry data tables, but as a story, with pictures and information significant to each county. The guide also highlights community resources that already exist within a community. Each county has its own culture, and this guide presents the data within that context, which makes it particularly useful. I had the opportunity to create the page for Olmsted County, Minnesota, which was fun because that's where I live right now, and I already knew some of the things that make this county special. So let's check it out. So right off the bat, I love this picture. This is the Ear of Corn Tower. It's in the middle of the county fairgrounds, and it's currently going through the process of becoming an official historical landmark. So first, I give a brief description of the county's geography. For example, fun fact, Minnesota is the land of 10,000 lakes, but Olmsted County doesn't actually have any natural lakes in it. And then demographic information. One cool thing I learned researching the county's demographics is that the county is quite a bit more diverse than surrounding counties. And the largest foreign-born population is from Somalia, which I thought was really interesting. On to economics. From the census data that I combed through, I learned that almost 50% of the county's population works in educational services, healthcare, and social assistance, which is actually not surprising considering that the Mayo Clinic drives the economy in the county's largest city, Rochester. On the education page, there's information about graduation rates and higher education opportunities, as well as internet subscriptions. I learned that Olmsted County is one of the healthiest counties in Minnesota, but after finding the county's health needs assessment, I discovered that the county struggles with mental health issues, with a larger percentage of adults reporting having depression than in the state or the nation as a whole. And then there's the map. This map looks deceptively simple, but it actually took a lot of work and time on my end to get it up and running. It shows the hospitals, clinics, schools, and libraries in Olmsted County. And when you click on one of the icons, it gives you the address and the phone number, along with links to the website and other relevant links and information. I am particularly proud of this map. And finally, because the Census Bureau just has so many statistics available, their page for Olmsted County is embedded here in the guide, so you can go through all of this information right here without going out to the Census Bureau's website. My internship has been a huge success. I love that I got to learn new things, all while creating something that is really useful and may potentially help create more equity in health information. In particular, I want to thank Erica Lake and Darlene Caskey, who created this internship and mentored me through this semester. A big shout out to Abby Dowd, who helped with the technical aspects of the online learning platform that we used. And of course, Region 6 of the NNLM for making it all possible. Thanks for listening.